Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Apologies for missing the show yesterday. We've got 4 bands to make up for it today and some super heavy deathcore as well, down-tempo deathcore as well, which I must say I've been enjoying the down-tempo deathcore that we've been checking out, more so than the regular deathcore, because I feel like regular deathcore has kind of reached its pinnacle. The main bands that are doing that stuff, they've kind of perfected the sound, perfected the genre, so it's nice to get some down-tempo stuff and bring in a different edge. And I haven't listened to as much of that stuff, so I'm enjoying it a lot. And these guys made a priority submission. I had this deathcore day lined up already, so they've slot perfectly in and skipped the queue straight away to get on the show. Super nice. This band we're going to check out is Demurred. This is on the Slam Worldwide channel they've got on. This track is called Interfectorum Expivirit, which is a strange name, so let's check it out. Just a nice bounce to this music. Even though there's barely any snare hits, you just get into the bounce of the cymbals. It is nice to get a few kind of jump up and mixing up parts to bring in a bit more energy instead of it all being down tempo. You know, bring in a bit of blast beats like this, just so you have got a bit of that nice fast energy in there as well. Mix it up. Ridiculous vocal. Great job. Loved it. And I must say, yeah, down-tempo deathcore, I think, offers me a freshness in the deathcore that I'm not getting from regular deathcore now. It's got a groove to it. It feels great to mosh along with the cymbals, and it leaves the snare and the kind of kick to be able to do their own things. When you've got that bounce from the cymbal, you know, the snare hit can be like really far between, or doing ghost notes or things like that. And you're not locked in with the bass drum and the snare in this music. You're locked in with the cymbals, and they've just got a great bounce to them. And with that groove in the guitars and just a dirty sound to it, it's great. And it's nice as well, and especially with this band, to bring in those blast beats still, to bring in a faster up-tempo section to separate it all away from that down-tempo deathcore. Because I think when it's all down-tempo, unless you're one of those bands where we have had them on the show where it's down-tempo and then it's really down-tempo, and they break it down to like a ridiculous slow pace, that's cool. But I think when you're just kind of that slow kind of down-tempo-ness all the way through, it's lacking compared to when you get a nice mix-up part with a bit more energy in it and some blast beats and some deathiness, you know. So yeah, I think this music's great. It's got all the power, which you just love from deathcore, but it's got more to it with the tempo changes, the ridiculous vocals. These guys, you know, they work out their throat in every possible way you can. So yeah, dope. Loved it. This next band we're going to check out is called Thy Enemy. The track is called And Then It All Went Black. So let's see what these guys are about. These guys are down-tempo. Face stretching on the road. They could have got away with cranking up the bass even more in this mix. It's got a great tone when you can hear it. Great one. Nice fast-paced energy to this one, way different to our down-tempo stuff, but still just with that great, thick, chunky sound. It's all about the power of this music, and just really kind of forcefully hitting the listener as hard as you can. Sick drumming, great guitar tone, loads of different stuff on the vocal. So, deathcore really does offer a lot of different stuff to the listener for you to check out, especially in the vocal as well. But I would just say that I just feel like it's been perfected. I think the big bands that do deathcore, they're so highly produced that there's no real room for that to get any better. The drums hit you as hard as they can, the guitars are as heavy as they can, the vocals as heavy as it can be. So there's no space for improvement there. The riffs are as heavy, and the movement through the riffs and the blast beats and the breakdowns and all the chuggy bits and all that, it's been worked out to the max. So while it's still a great sound, I'm not sure how, unless you bring other elements on top of that, I'm not sure the kind of raw deathcore sound has got anywhere to go, because it's been perfected. It's just as good as it can get. Let's check out this next band. This is the Delirium Effect. We've had them on the show before. This is Marked by the Moonlight. Let's give it a listen. Yeah, nice tingy ride. There's a bit of a metal edge to this one as well. Yeah, lots of different sections in this one. Got a bit of our down tempo in this one as well. Cool. there's a nice triumphant metal edge to this one as well. Cool riff. Cool. Lots of different stuff going on in this band. You wouldn't just strictly call that deathcore. It's like deathcore with a bunch of other stuff on top, which I guess is what I was saying. You know, they had that triumphant metal-y edge in there, almost heading towards a bit of a metalcore edge. Had the down-tempo-ness in there as well. Lots of different sections, lots of different energies, mix up on the drums, mix up on the vocals. So like I say, deathcore's got a lot going on, it really has. Excuse me. So yeah, this music's got a lot going on, which is cool. I like to hear all the different stuff going on in the music and people trying to pull it in different directions and stuff like that. That's what we need. Very, very cool. I'm going to finish off with this last band. This is the Shrieking Lamb, another Toronto band. So hi, all the Torontonians out there. This is Harmonic Dissection. We're going to finish off with these guys. Been a nice day on the channel.
What did you see, Clarice? What did you see?
Lambs. They were screaming.
They were slaughtering the spring lambs.
They were screaming.
There's actually a little bit of headroom in this one, which I'll crank up. One thing you always get in all these deathcore bands is vocalists who work out their throat. You know, these guys with just one tone. They've got high-pitched cries, gutturals, shouty stuff, hardcore stuff, so yeah. You've got to give credit to deathcore vocalists for really working out their throat and bringing in a bunch of different tones to the mix and energies. Good job. Had some nice riffs on today as well. It's not all just been chugging away on the open string. Sick. Love the track. I think there was a bit of space in that mix to pump it a bit wider, pump it a bit louder, because you want this music to really be a force through the ears. As I say, one of the things about deathcore is the power of the music and how hard it hits you, and just, you know, the chugs and everything, and the kick and the snare on the drum kit especially just hit you hard, like getting punched round the face. So when you pump your mix up and you limited it and master it at the end, you just want to crank it, you know, just push it all the way that you can, make it wide, make it loud, because it suits the music. You can't, you know, unless it distorts, you can't really take it too far. You just want it loud and powerful, and to be sounding powerful at any volume, you know. Even if you've got it turned to number 1, it still sounds loud. So we've had 4 cool bands on today. Every band sounded different. Every band's brought a slightly different edge to the music, which is nice. You know, we haven't just had 4 standard deathcore bands that all sound the same, that have got all the same sounding drum kit and guitar tones and all of that crap, which it's getting that way with the big, you know, the bigger bands and the more kind of commercial deathcore bands. I would say that is happening with those guys now. Sometimes it can be hard to tell one track or one band apart from the others sometimes. But you couldn't do that with today, because all the bands have sounded different. They've had a different tone. They've had a different sound to the mix. And that's one of the things I like about underground music, is you get that personal edge. You get, you know, that kind of rawness to it still. It's not super perfect with nowhere else to go. There's still, you know, there's still some rough edges and this and that in there. That's what makes it interesting to me. So very, very cool. I've enjoyed the bands today. Hope you've enjoyed the show as well. Give us a like and a subscribe and all that garbage. If you want to submit your band, the link's in the description. Head over to the website. You can get on this week even if you want to skip the queue. So we'll see you guys. Bye.